Hey guys, gonna be doing a bit of a relaxed stream today. You got Zen here. Hey Zen, you can say hi. Say hi, Zen.
Hello.
Oh, you're quiet. Why are you quiet? Never quiet.
Hello? Nom 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 nom.
There you go. That's better. Um, I feel sick, but you know what they say, show must go on, or some bullshit like that. So I'm doing something that oh, it's blacked out. 1 second. There you go. No, I have to tab out and then tab back in. Fuck. There you go. Okay,
My stream isn't even loading. Yay.
Yay, Zen fucking everything up.
Oh, there it is.
So we're playing New Vegas. We're doing it unmodded because, I couldn't be bothered. But yay, it's the original thing, and no one's ever played Fallout New Vegas on a live stream before. Never once. Oh my god, we're almost at 2025, which is when that poster was created. Holy shit.
We're a year away from this being reality.
Wait, no, 2077 is when New Vegas happened, but Las Vegas was 2025. Ooh.
So,
what we were talking about, why we're a little bit late, we were talking about why I started looking at Baldur's Gate because I wanted to know if that'd be a game that might be worth streaming and playing in general.
which it is.
It is. I'm just bad at games. Blood and gore. But yeah, it's, we were talking about why it won Game of the Year over Tears of the Kingdom, and Dan was kind of like saying, because Tears of the Kingdom doesn't really have a story that you're a part of. You're like joining a D&D campaign that you were already, like, that's already been going on for the past 10,000 years. Actually, 20,000. Okay, I'm skipping the rest of this.
You're literally joining in at the D&D. You are joining in at a table where there are 3 other players and the DM present at the table. They've all been playing for a decade, and you're coming in as a brand new, fresh level 1 character, and they're about to fight the big bad.
Where your team is a dragon, a long-running warrior, or Egyptian warrior with swords and arrows who has the power to control lightning, a Thrawn. We're going with Thorn because I'm going to be doing unarmed. You get the king of the fish people who has control over the water. You have the master controller of the wind, of the bird people. And then you get Rock Boy. We don't care about Rock Boy. Fuck you, Nobo. And then you are just like, I have a sword. I'm a fighter, and I go bonk.
See, like, that's after you've done all of the stuff, the story, and I say story in very stressed quotations. That's after you do the stuff. As you're coming into the table, you are prefaced with, you're the hero, you've got to defeat the big bad, and your allies are a lady that's asleep, a dead dude, and your hand.
Yup. Move, you motherfucker. God, this shit takes forever.
Like, those are the 3 other people at the table, and 2 of them are the same person.
Yeah.
Like, what is fucking Tears of the Kingdom? It makes no fucking sense. It's still a great game, don't get me wrong, but my god, it makes no sense.
Good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got.
Ducky, how's it
Ducky.
going?
Skip all the way to the end. Hey, you ready for me to dump charisma like every other person who's ever played this game because it sucks? Okay,
Nah, you gotta go for the max charisma just so you can get that one check that is really good to have it for.
Wait, which one?
I don't remember. I know next to nothing about this game. All I know is that I watched someone play it at some point that was just like, you need 20 charisma for this one check, and it's the only important time charisma is used in the game.
Let's see, am I doing this right? Perception, explosives, lockpicks, energy weapons, accuracy. Actually, I can put you down, and I'm gonna put you... Strength 9, okay. Endurance, I'm gonna put you up to 9. Charisma 1, Intelligence 1, Agility, we're going to do Agility 8. Actually, wait, Guns, Sneak, Speed, Action... Actually, yeah, I want action points. And Luck 9. Alright, this is my unarmed build, because we're doing unarmed, because why the fuck not? Must be...
Oh, you going for the punchies?
Oh, I got the Intelligence 1 dialogue, even though I had Charisma 1.
Oh.
Cool. Let me just steal all these nice looking books. Because these are the ones that are actually worth money. No! I don't want the ruined books, I want the good ones. Doing the ritual of looting Dog Mitchell's house because fuck him. That camera. Give me the caps are on here. Give me your hat. Fuck you, it's my hat now. Oh, damn it, I got bad luck with that. Give me the knife.
Big sad, bad luck.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Don't need any of that. He's just sitting there waiting for me. It's like, this is fine. No one's... he can do whatever he wants. I'm the hero of the story. I get to choose the fate of all these people, and if I kill them... Yes, I know I'm supposed to sit down in Dog Mitchell's living room. Fuck off. Alright. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to my mind. Dog.
Penis.
I'm just gonna skip through all of this because it doesn't matter. I strongly agree with all of these statements. Yes, of course. I am totally listening. It's two bears high-fiving and no one can tell me otherwise.
What?
It's two bears high-fiving. Look at it. It's two bears high-fiving.
Yeah, no, that is absolutely two bears high-fiving.
Yeah. Light in the darkness.
Or it's like... I do kind of see that it could also be like two, older warrior men, like old-fashioned, like, tribal men that are wearing, like, beast or bear, like, cloaks, like, doing martial arts moves. That's also an option. Either way, it still looks like two bears high-fiving.
Yeah, which actually, they recognize that. In the Honest Hearts DLC, they added a character whose name is Two Bears High-Fiving in honor of someone who was super mad about that.
Just a formality.
Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head or nothing. Alright, I'm going for Wild Wasteland, because who the fuck would you... Why would I not?
Imagine if getting shot in the head was hereditary.
I don't think that works. We're only going for Wild Wasteland because fuck the rest of those, I don't need them.
Like, it's not an exact thing of, like, getting shot in the head is hereditary, but it's just, like, your family has a ongoing set of personality traits that just seem to always get you shot in the head.
Which, that's fair. Let's see here. Don't need any of these, so I can sell all that.
Don't worry, it's alarmingly common. It's called autism.
God damn it. It's become alarmingly common, that's for sure. Hey, flashbang! And you ready for the bombardment of DLC pop-ups? Here we go! And then I walk down the path.
That's something I heard the other day, and, like, ever since then, it has ingrained itself into my soul.
What?
Was the, the statement of just, like, when did you find out you were a furry? Find out? I was born with autism!
Yeah! I found something that helps me make passwords now. I have this little display case thing that's full of D6s, and I just use that where I roll the dice, and that makes my password. Or and I like choose like letters with another set, and it's 3x4, so it's 12 characters. It really is useful.
That sounds like a terrible plan, but okay.
Well, I change it every time.
Fair.
And it's like, I randomly choose if it's a number or a letter. Hey, Gunrunner's Arsenal. And then the last
You
one
just
is
need-
Dead Money.
You need that one, and you need the 3x3 square from Boggle that has the letters.
Time for me to click this and never use it. I don't know why anyone would use the Mojave Express Dropbox. I don't know what the purpose of it is. Hi, chat. Out there, Sierra Madre and Dead Money.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell.
Yes, I was. Shut up. Show me what you have for sale.
Speaking of dice, actually, I recently got a new set.
Oh, I do have boxing gloves. Rod, machete, knife, laser pistol, that. Don't need that. Don't need these. Don't need this. I need a shovel. Where's your
I'm
shovel?
gonna send you my new set of dice.
Yo, you got new dice? Let's go. I can't open that while I'm playing game. Because it freezes.
Check it on your phone or some shit. No?
Oh shit, yeah, I do have a phone, don't I? That is something I own. Holy shit, I have a phone!
Oh my god!
Oh, yo,
You're like 99% of the world population!
Yo,
Congratulations!
Dude, you got... Are those from, like, Hex something?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, because those are the same kind of dice I have.
Oh yeah, they are! Hextech!
Yep, Hextech. That's where I got my dice from, my metal dice. Those
Yeah,
things, I swear, are weighted with how many nat 20s I've rolled with them. Where's my glasses?
I really like these ones. I'm never, ever, ever going to use them. But
You
I
really should.
like these. No, I don't like sharp edge dice.
Why not?
I personally don't like sharp edge dice because, like, especially like the D6 with a sharp edge, it doesn't roll.
It's... I mean, yeah, they don't really roll. That is
Like,
something.
They don't satisfyingly roll, like, especially the D6 or the D4. Like, it just kind of hits the floor and stops. And it's like, it's not really, like, sure, I rolled it around in my hand or in my dice cup or whatever before throwing it into the tray, but, like, I like it when it rolls. So, like, and this is quite literally my first ever, like, fully sharp-edged set of dice.
They're nice, though. I do like them.
They're really fucking pretty,
They are.
for sure, but, like, I'm not gonna use them.
They were my first pair of dice. I do actually have multiple pairs of dice now because I've been forced into it.
I've lost count of how many sets of dice I have.
Yeah, hey, that's what you should get me for my birthday. You should get me some more dice. And by some, I mean probably too many.
Like, I've got a jar that's filled with at least 16 sets.
You found a limited edition Mojave.
I don't
Wasteland.
know. I lost count when I was filling the jar. The jar's not full. I need more dice.
Okay, so now I know what I need to get you for your birthday is more dice.
But
Do you have a D100
specific-
yet?
no, I don't actually.
You should get a D100. That'll fill up the jar really quite a bit.
Well, this particular jar is literally just meant as a candy jar, basically. It's like just any, like, all of the dice sets that are in that jar are really cheap sets. They're all those, like, Chessex sets or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
They all cost me between $8 and $18 for each set. Like, they were cheap. The ones that cost money are on display. Those are sets I actually care about. Toxic! My foot is suffering, but I can luckily snatch a couple of minutes of stream. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Snatch that stream. Yeah, all of my pretty dice and expensive dice are at least somewhat on display in some form or another. And I have what? 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You need to be careful. It's dangerous out here.
17, 18,
See that you do.
22,
Well, of course not.
24,
We just wouldn't want anything to happen to you.
26, 27,
I
28,
like you. Fred.
29
I mentioned that.
full sets of dice.
I saved your life.
Yeah, new run. Toxic. I'm doing unarmed.
Well, sure you
I've
can.
got 29 full sets of dice, not including the
Maybe
16, 17 or so of the cheap ones and the glow-in-the-dark set.
Your health is low. You may want to find a stim pack or find some water or to drink. God, this character is so ugly. I just did one of the presets and they are awful.
No, I put that in the thing. Okay. Yeah.
Now here's the real question. Are we going to get a Mama Zen visit today? Are they out?
Probably. Lord knows. Yeah, so I've probably got, what, 40... somewhere around 56 full sets of dice.
Is this actually going to kill me if I don't fucking... fine, I'll use my anti-venom. God. Let me in! Let me in!
And, like, of all the dice that I have, like, 16 of those sets have 12 d6s in them each.
Jesus, yeah. I mean, I got a, what is it? It's a 9x4? Or, it's a 3x3x4, so... I don't know how I can't do math. Zen, do math. $12 times 3.
Diane, stay.
27.
Yeah, but... Yeah. No. That's 9 times 3. 12 times 3 is 36.
Okay, yeah, I have 36 dice. Or d6s now. Jesus!
D6, that would be 40. I have 232 D6s.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottle on the fence there?
Yes,
That's
mad.
the right idea. Try crouching down.
Nice shot.
Well, that's,
Well, that's a start.
Actually, no, that's a miscount because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 extra ones. So I have 240 D6s.
Lovely.
Do Rubik's Cubes count as D6s?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, feasibly they could be used as.
What do you...
I've gone far beyond a dice goblin. I am a dice dragon.
Yeah, which does, you know, line up.
Now yeet them all at me to see the emotional damage you can inflict on me. Oh, that's gonna be a roll in the thousands.
Emotional damage. I need some whiskey. Alright, how speedrunny am I gonna be then? Am I gonna go right to Vegas?
Another satisfied?
I don't fucking know. I know nothing about this game.
Then, just make a decision. Normal route or straight to Vegas?
Normal route.
Are you kidding? Okay, fine. Bastard.
You ask me a question and then complain about the answer.
God, I don't want to go to Novak. It's so fucking long, man. You know it. Alright, well, time to knock out a bunch of fucking animals. Throw a couple haymakers.
If I were to roll every single one of my die,
There's a way you can calculate the average of a dice. I forgot what it is.
Yeah, but if I were to just roll every single one of my die, the minimum roll, all ones on every single dice, would be 579.
Damn.
I have 579 individual number rocks.
I really need to heal up.
Bite me.
There we go. Stay down! Stay down! I did it. I killed the coyote.
I have played 3 Dungeons and Dragons games so far, and none to a full completion. Like 5 sessions total. And I already have enough dice that I could use a new die for every single roll and still be fine. I could never use the same die twice and still be fine for a while. If I were to roll all my dice, I'd end up on a number.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Hey, are you guys enjoying me beating the shit out of a bunch of coyotes? God, I
I
forgot.
thought you were unarmed.
I am!
You clearly have hands.
Oh god, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. I forgot that swarming me is bad. Open my Pip-Boy, please. A +2. I'm gonna want...
Oh, there's a baby! Don't punch the baby!
Oh, I'm killing the baby. That baby, good as dead.
Oh! Don't punch the baby!
Yeah, get knocked down. Come on. Fatigue. Get fatigued. There you go.
See, I'll also say that, like, when it comes to dice, I've got everything from a D20 lamp, literally a Dungeons and Dragons official D20 lamp.
Why do you have a lamp?
It sits on my desk and changes colors. It looks nice.
You've never showed me this.
Yeah, it's fucking great. I love this thing. Cost me $20.
That's not bad, actually. Especially in
Honestly,
Australian money.
More expensive than a bunch of my dice sets were.
That's also fair. How good do those dice sets roll?
I mean, they roll. This doesn't.
Also, damn, that was the fastest I've ever had New Vegas load. It's usually modded to all hell. It doesn't load fast.
There you go. I sent a picture of the official D&D lamp.
Hold on, let me see this. That looks like shit.
It changes color, but
It looks too
I can't
cartoony.
exactly show that in the picture. What do you mean it looks too cartoony? It's a big D20!
Ring around the rosy,
It's just a sized up
pack of
D20. I also have a D20 that is, when you roll a 20, it lights up.
That's kind of cool. I feel like that would not be well balanced, though.
It's actually pretty well balanced. Like, I've rolled it many times, and there's no consistency.
That's good.
But yeah, I've got glow-in-the-dark dice, I've got cheap dice, I've got very expensive dice, like my laser-cut stainless steel sets. I've got a hollow metal set. I now have a solid sharp edge set. I've got some sets that are unavailable because they were part of a Kickstarter.
God, you have so many dice.
I've probably spent more on dice than I have any other individual. No, my computer was more expensive, but that was nearly $3,000.
Yeah, I mean my computer that I'm planning on getting is like 2,500, so yeah. I want to do the more criticals because that's my friend apparently. I did a little
But
bit of research.
I've definitely spent more on dice than I did my $1,000 VR headset.
Which VR headset did you get?
The Quest 3.
That's right. I love hearing them moan in pain. Fuck their digital code.
I got my candy.
Yeah, the main reason why I'm playing New Vegas right now is because I was tired and not feeling great, and I wanted to do something that I found relaxing, and that's Fallout New Vegas. It was either that or I was going to play what's it called? Black Mesa, but it wasn't gonna download in time.
You heard it here first, kids. Amy finds punching baby animals relaxing.
Damn straight.
Oh, and grave robbing.
And grave robbing, of course! I mean, this is also technically grave robbing. It's a bag next to a bunch of dead corpses. As opposed to alive corpses, of course. We call those ghouls.
I mean, a bag next to some corpses isn't really grave robbing because it's not really a grave. It's really just looting.
Bad. That's bad. That's really bad.
You're in danger.
Yeah, very much so, because you know what's in that area? Giant rad scorpions. The big ones.
Oh.
That two-shot you. I'm gonna...
Just punch him.
These do 2 damage per hit.
So?
Oh, is it just a regular rad scorpion that found me? Okay, good. I can deal with that. Oh god, there's a few of them. Yeah, there's a giant one over there.
If Undertale taught me anything,
What?
it's that... If Undertale taught me anything, it's that even the enemy that's the most fearsome may only have 1 hit point.
This is gonna take a while.
You are doing nothing.
I'm doing chip damage, yeah. It's like I'm beating a carapace with boxing gloves or something. Thankfully the one over there is stuck in the ground. Thank you, New Vegas.
It's like you knocked out a brick wall with a pillow and now you're beating it to death with a spoon.
It does not look like I'm hitting it, no. Welcome to New Vegas.
Are you even hitting?
Yes, because I can hear the sound of me hitting it. See, critical strike on Rad Scorpion.
What the fuck? You're like 6 feet away from it, just swinging at the wind, but apparently you're hitting the Red Scorpion.
Welcome to unarmed when you're beginning. Alright, rest well, Tonics.
Get your foot bandaged up. Or just remove it and replace it with a peg leg and be a pirate for the rest of your life.
Hey, that
You'd be
sounds
hella
fun.
cool.
Yes. Very, very useless in every other sense, though.
Instead of Toxic Trap Tonics, you could be called Captain Toxic Tonics. Which would be badass.
I'm so glad that I got the perk that gets me critical hits on bugs more often, because this would take a lot longer.
Yeah, it would take almost 7 minutes instead of 6.
Almost there. Final HP. Here we go. Come on, baby. Give me that corpse. There we go. That poison gland. Alright, is that the giant one over there? Yep, that's a giant one. That one would actually take forever, so we're not doing that.
I need to soup up these boxing gloves with, you know, some, like,
Barbed wire.
brass knuckles on the inside and barbed wire on the outside. And...
Yeah, right now they're just regular boxing gloves. On the plus side, I know where boxing tape is. It's down the road there, so.
It took me until I was nearly 20 years old. I had been on this planet for nearly 20 years before I found out that there's a difference between barbed wire and razor wire.
Yeah, barbed wire has thorns. Razor wire is like a saw blade.
Like, I thought they were just relatively interchangeable, because in all scenarios, some people would just say, oh yeah, there's razor wire on that fence, and I'd look at it, and it's barbed wire, and I'd be like, alright, so it's wire with sharp shit on it. That's, they're fairly interchangeable. Nope! They are two very different products. The reason I didn't know is because razor wire is outlawed in Australia.
Oh!
I've never seen it in person.
I have.
That's why I just didn't know. Because how could I have known?
Yep.
When I did first find out about razor wire, I was like, holy fuck! That's allowed to exist?
No! That's why it's outlawed!
Like, I thought barbed wire was bad.
Mm-hmm. There you go, that does more damage. A whole 5 damage, baby.
Although, I will say, barbed wire has advantages that razor wire doesn't.
Oh, like what?
Razor wire, its main advantage is if you're, like, trying to get under it, trying to get over it, trying to pass it in some way, your soft bits get all sliced up. But if you place a, reasonably thick jacket or blanket over the top of it, it's relatively harmless, because a sharp blade against a large surface area
does not
can't do much. Barbed wire has singular sharp points, or more commonly, 4 sharp points with, like, a little wire wrapped around the wire that come up to, like, little... It's almost identical to the springs that they use in clothes pegs, but with the ends cut off and sharpened.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and it's literally just a little coil of wire with the 2 ends sticking out pointy, like, and there's, like, 2 wires wrapped into each other, so there's 4 pointy bits sticking at each wire interval, basically. Those ones, you stick a blanket or a jacket on it, those little fucking barbs are gonna poke right through it.
And also, if you're trying to climb through it, if you're trying to climb through it, it catches on your clothes, and your clothes get ripped off.
Yeah, and it actually, like, catches on the skin, whereas, like, razor wire just kind of, like, it slices, and it'll slice deep, but it is just a slice, so you can technically just get through it.
Yep.
Barbed wire, you will get stuck.
And you will suffer.
That being said, most barbed wire is made to garbage standards, and you can literally, like, put your hand between the barbs.
Yep.
So, like, you grab the wire, and the barbs are, like, to the left and the right of your hand, so you just pull it out of the way. And once you've got a straight enough length, you can just kind of, like, shimmy over it without, you gotta be careful, but it's not too much of a hassle.
Yes, sir.
or because all of the barbs are pointed outwards from the wire, you can like scrunch it together and push it down onto its side, because then all the barbs are facing outwards and not upwards, and you can do the blanket trick.
Oh, game crashed. That's the first crash, baby!
Not that I should know so much about climbing over barbed wire, but, you know.
Because you've done it
I
so
know
many
a lot
times.
of things that I shouldn't know.
Alright, crash
I have,
number
actually.
1! Here we go again.
I have actually done it so many times because my school had barbed wire fencing.
Cool.
And I was lazy and didn't want to walk literally half the circumference of the school to get around to the entrance, so I would just jump over the fence.
Yeah, so if anyone's wondering why I'm quick saving a bunch, that is why, is because this game likes to crash. A lot. Also, I don't
From what I know about New Vegas, I don't feel like it likes to crash a lot. I feel like it's required to crash, much like we are required to breathe.
Yeah, that's why I usually put a bunch of Band-Aid mods over it, but I, again, didn't do that. Because I have one that removes the stutter that there is, because you, like, if you notice, there's a bit of stutter, even with it going at, like, 82 frames right now. It also has a frame cap. If it goes faster than it, then the game starts falling apart, unless you have it modded. Yeah.
I know a few games like that.
Oh, I learned something fun about Windows 11, which I'm glad I haven't upgraded to yet. Apparently...
Has anyone?
Some people have to. Like, if you're buying a new computer, you have to. They don't make it with Windows 10 anymore.
Oh yeah, true.
Now I'm gonna have to suffer through that bullshit.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to eventually.
Java, like for Minecraft, won't run. It doesn't run correctly anymore. They broke it.
Where the hell do you think you're going?
And they haven't
You
fixed it
can't
yet.
play. Wait.
You can play Minecraft.
Microsoft, the owners of Minecraft, have fucked Minecraft on their new OS?
Yep, well, specifically modded Minecraft, but yeah. If you try to install Forge, it won't let you, even if you have Java installed. So either you have to carry over, or you have to copy over an old installation of it, or you are just kind of fucked. And Minecraft isn't running as well as it should be able to because of that. So good job, Microsoft, you fucking morons.
To be fair, Minecraft is a game that exists in a very nebulous state. As one of my favorite now non-existent YouTubers once said in a review of Minecraft, Minecraft is a game where you play in a world that looks like Lego but requires a computer capable of hacking into the Pentagon to run.
Yeah, that's accurate. Also, I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember their. I don't know for sure.
Edit zip.
Okay, then I do not know. I've heard a few people say that though.
Yeah, like that was his literal quote, word for word. Was like it requires a computer capable of hacking into the Pentagon to run. Because it does. Minecraft takes unreasonable amounts of processing power.
Serpentine.
Punch him in the face! Grab his dick and twist it!
God damn it. You like that?
See, that guy's doing melee, right? He's got a crowbar.
And I have boxing tape. And he's dead. There's another one. Oh no,
You
he's
just
dead.
sprint up and start punching the poor man in the spine. No wonder he died.
Yep. Hey, it's Bluestone! Hi, Bluestone.
Dick!
Welcome to the stream.
Isn't dick like an actual...
A body part? Yes.
No, the, like, the movie company. Dick.
Yes, there's a movie company Dick, there's a Dick Sporting Goods. Because it's Richard, it's a nickname for Richard, but a lot of people named Richards were assholes, and so it became a slur.
No, like actually spelt like that, D-I-C-C.
Oh, yes.
It's called like Deke or something like that.
Oh, there's a Swedish one, but there's also one that is just Dick. And we are past the 15-minute mark, so we can say that. Thank you, YouTube. Fuck off.
Oh no, it's D-I-C.
Oh, well, there goes the game again. Okay, you know what?
No, that's not what the company.
1 second. I'm gonna put in the stutter and anti-crash mods real fast. If Vortex will fucking load. You bastard. Load.
There it is, DIC Entertainment. That's
Alright.
the one I was looking for.
Oh god. Activate. No, Fallout New Vegas. Yes, I know mods are installed already. I'm going to get rid of them. Go away. I'm going to remove all of those. Yes, goodbye.
The company started out being called Diffusion Information Communications. No wonder they shortened it to Dick.
Yeah.
The fucking Wikipedia page has the logo and the label on it says The Incredible World of Dick. Oh, that's beautiful.
That is wonderful.
That's their logo that they used up until 2001. It was The Incredible World of Dick. I love that nobody was aware of anything until the late 2000s.
Yeah, that was great. Do I have NVSE installed? Oh, I have to check that. Fuck me. Okay, up. I'm looking for this common? No, the other common. Fallout New Vegas. I don't have NVSE. Okay, here we go.
Big Ripperoni.
God, fucking damn it.
In the 2020 movie Scoob, the main villain's name is Dick.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry. Are you calling him the main villain of the movie Scoob? Motherfucker, that's Dick Dastardly. He's a character all of his own. Fuck you.
God, I love him.
He's not a Scooby-Doo villain. It's Dick fucking Dastardly.
Oh please, my friends call me Dick.
That's such a good line.
It is. Especially because it
is a funny
it
movie.
immediately
I mean,
spawned the fucking meme of like the black bar saying he said what fucking bullshit.
a lot of people don't even know Dick Dastardly all that well because, like, he was basically the main. He was the main character and villain. He was basically like the equivalent of like Roadrunner and Coyote. He was the equivalent of Coyote from, I believe it was a series called Wacky Races. Yes, Wacky Races. Dick Dastardly was basically the character that always cheated. Like, Dick and his dog Muttley were always together in their car, and 110% of the time they cheated. And, like, you could see that, like, a good 60 or 70% of the time, he could probably win the race without cheating, but instead he always chooses to stop and cheat. And always comes in last place.
That is dedication there, buddy.
100% of the time, that was his thing. Like, he was the main character, the villain, he always lost. And pretty much every single time, the blonde pink bimbo bitch Penelope Pitstop was the one that came first.
God.
But, like, it was a 1968 TV series that went on. I think it might still be going, actually. It's like the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Yeah, it was inspired by the 1965 movie The Great Race. And yeah, like, they all go for a race. He tries to cheat. He loses 100% of the time.
Okay, there we go. Got the stability mods in place. Oh, thank you, promotion bot. Go fuck yourself. Goodbye. Okay, should run fine now, let's see. All the data files. Yep, okay. Everything should be working just fine, let's see. Alright, game started up. Yay. Always good to see. Yeah, I know, right? Famous last words.
The show started in 1969, ran all the way through to 1990 until there was a spin-off in 2006, another spin-off in 2016. A reboot was announced in 2017, but it got sacked a year later.
Oh, great.
And
that's not showing
they
up.
tried to reboot it again in 2022, but it
Why?
got sacked after only a pilot.
OBS. What the fuck? OBS is not capturing the game now. Great. Fucking
Oh,
fantastic. Great. I love this. This is great.
I love black screens. They're my favorite.
Fuck me, man. Why
I
is
embrace the void. I welcome it.
Always pain.
It's because you chose to play Fallout New Vegas.
Fuck you! I like Fallout New Vegas. Go suck my dick.
Yeah, but you know who doesn't like Fallout New Vegas?
Me.
Fallout New Vegas.
Yes. I got scared for a second. The record button wasn't on OBS, wasn't going or picking up. I was like, wait, why am I not streaming? It's like, oh wait, no, it's working. Okay. Okay. Take two.
Take three.
Oh god, why are you still not? Oh, okay. What the fuck? Why? You know what? We're doing this the old-fashioned way. We're doing it the old fucking fashioned way. Fuck you, New Vegas. We're doing screen capture.
Classic stream. It inspired me to update my mod and make it compatible, which I did 10 minutes ago.
There we go. Okay. Fuck you, New Vegas. We're doing screen capture. I don't care. Oh god, it's lagging still.
Just don't do what I did last time I had to use screen capture for Tabletop Simulator and get myself doxxed.
How do you do that?
I had to pop up my email mid-stream and it popped up on screen.
Oh, yeah, no, that's, oh god, it's still stuttering. Oh god, why?
Yeah, and I was drunk. I was very drunk.
Oh god, why is it still stuttering so much? Okay. Great. Okay. And let me just, just...
Yeah,
don't
it's a good thing
show.
Bluestone noticed and called it out for me, because, oh boy.
God, this is painful.
Not that I really care, like, what's anyone gonna do? Show up at my house? Kill me?
Yeah,
Oh
they're
no.
they're not gonna be able to swat you, that's for sure. God, why did I choose to do New Vegas? Okay. Fucking kill me. Let me just do this real fast while I'm fixing this stuff. New Vegas stuff! It's great! God, why is it pain and suffering?
Because it's New Vegas. I think New Vegas is the only professionally made game that is a gleaming example of a program that has clinical depression.
Yeah, no, that sums it up.
Like, no game hates itself as much as New Vegas does. And yet it's still one of the good ones.
God, that's depressing.
Like, I saw a Tumblr post earlier that said, from... what's the developers called?
Obsidian.
Yeah, Obsidian saying, like, oh, a game from the original creators of Fallout.
Oh, yeah.
And the developers of Fallout New Vegas. And everyone's just like, they
Damn.
really threw some shade with this one. Like,
Oh,
we're not
yeah.
Bethesda, we made the good ones.
Yep. Oh, I love it. That was good shit.
Like, throwing the hardest shade.
Okay, is this the right mod I'm looking for? No, I'm not doing endorsements. Fuck you, Nexus. Go suck my dick. Alright, where do I have to throw this fucking file again? Alright, New Vegas directory. Can do. I'm glad that I put on the be right back screen. Because I have a lot of files on my computer I do not wish to share with the world. And also probably would just be bad in general. Alright, I'm going to extract you to the downloads folder. Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da. Where'd they go? DLL. Where's the exe file? That's file script extender. Welcome to the true and real, honest to God, no doubt about it, Fallout New Vegas experience. Where the fuck is that file? Oh, it's the helper. Shit. You're getting moved there. And you're getting moved there. Okay. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Cross your fingers. That should fix it. Ah. Okay. Progress.
I don't know what it was brought you to Prim, youngster, but you
Okay.
might want to rethink.
Frames are looking better. There we go! That fixed it! Let's go! I'm a genius! Hello. Goodbye. Ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. And a fellow once
Lucy recently
said...
tried to play RE3 with a cool mod for Jill. I tried to make it compatible with RTX version but failed. Maybe I can get the creator's attention. Maybe. I
Oh.
love the idea of modding. I love that some games just inherently lend themselves towards modding, and it's not because they're good or because they're bad, but it's because there just could be more.
Yeah, exactly. Like Minecraft.
And the developers are never going to put that shit in. So do it yourself!
Why not?
Why the fuck not?
You like that?
I played a game recently, a game that, like, it recently came out the other day on itch.
Oh.
That, I will not elaborate on stream. But before it was even released, like, they did a preview of it, like, early December,
Yeah.
and it released, like, literally 3 days ago. So, it's been around, people have known about it for a month before it was released.
Okay.
2 days after the release trailer was posted on Twitter, like, a dozen people were just like, oh, I can't wait to mod this.
Oh, I love that.
Like, it's that kind of game. It's already got that following before it's even released.
That's wonderful. I love that. That's how you know you got like the attention of a good community. Because nothing builds a game like mods.
Minecraft would be nothing without the mods.
Oh yeah, no. Would have died a long time ago. Alright, there's the guy with the flamer. You're first. Oh no.
And the fact that Minecraft has gone beyond being a game, like, it's not a game anymore. Minecraft is a tool.
Oh. Out of memory. Oops. That's a new one.
In trying to fix the game, you made a memory leak?
Somehow? Why do I have... What's taking up... Oh! That's what's taking up all the memory. Okay.
I like how immediately below New Vegas in your fucking Steam library is
FNAF World, yes, I know. Alright. Gonna be doing this really old school. Gonna move chat over to OBS. And we're closing my game.
How many game restarts are we at? 4?
Yeah, we're at 4, I think. Actually, no, we're at 5 and 3 modding attempts.
5 restarts in 59 minutes.
Let's shoot for 6.
You've got 30 seconds to get another crash in.
Here we go. Or even worse, the RPM is increasing. Yeah, I know, right?
The restarts per minute. Yeah. Called it before he even posted the message.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm still hearing music. It's not gone yet.
Why do we hear boss music?
Oh no. Oh, it's full dying. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I can't even
Did
open.
we get another crash?
Oh yeah, we got another crash.
We got another crash before 1 hour, 1 minute. Let's go.
This is tasty shit, ain't it?
We've got an average crash time of 1 every 10 minutes.
Oh wait, no, it didn't crash. It just froze. I fixed it.
Oh,
It's alive.
roll it back.
It's okay. We're good. Oh god.
Roll it back. Cancel the counter.
Task manager's in the way of my shit. No, I was hoping that. Oh, the music's fucked though.
Oh god.
Oh, and Beagle's also not here. Great. Um. Hmm. I pressed quick load as the last Hail Mary. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Fallen New Vegas is not responding. Okay.
I
Fuck
feel like
me.
this is gonna start to roll into a duet between Amy and the game, where Amy's just like, "Why won't you stay alive?" and the game's like, "Why won't you let me die?"
Alright, we're force closing. End task, Fallout New Vegas. Gonna get rid of the, yeah, Andy
I
Crash.
just want to play. You won't if I have my way.
Gonna... Fuck it. Get rid of the
Hey Zen,
official...
would you be down for some Portal 2 co-op while Amy is doing tech support on New Vegas?
God
Don't even need to be in voice chat for it. We're just gonna fuck off and play a different game while you try
You know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck it. We're doing something else. We're playing a game I know will work! God damn it!
FNAF World!
I don't know how to beat FNAF World. We're playing Black Mesa.
Stop.
Fuck you. We're not a Billy
Keep
Busted.
talking and nobody explodes.
Oh god. Okay, hold on. Let me
I can actually play that in VR now. Oh my god.
Yeah, I've done it before. It's fun.
Oh, that'd be terrifying.
Oh god. Capture the game. Capture the game. Okay, so OBS just does not want to capture games right now, apparently. Fuck.
I'm also terrified of the possibility of ever trying Phasmophobia in VR.
Alright, we're skipping right to unforeseen consequences because I want to actually play the game. Oh god, is it doing the glitch thing because it's in...
I don't actually want to play Portal 2 with you, Bluestone, not right now.
Oh god, everything... Why is everything breaking?
I'm here to experience every travesty that Amy is experiencing.
Oh god, why is everything broken? Okay, it's fixed.
I'm also partially certain that if I stop looking at every travesty and tragedy that Amy is experiencing,
Amy will cease to exist.
the travesties will stop happening because I'm 90% sure I'm the cause of them. My presence alone deems it necessary.
It's all your fault. Always has been. God, my left monitor looks so fucking naked without having like the massive fucking Twitch screen up.
Speaking of has-been,
Uh,
is that out yet?
I don't know.
Oh fuck, it is!
Wait,
Hell yeah!
Oh god, are we doing a watch party next Sunday?
Or is it not out yet?
Yeah, Zen is
I don't
just
think it's
passive
out.
evil. He's lawful evil. He's evil, but in all of the most normal ways.
The Has-Been Hotel page is up on Amazon, but the episode isn't playable yet.
Ah, darn. What is it? Like, you can probably look it up. When is the actual, like, episode? You're gonna die, motherfucker. Goodbye.
According to Google, when I search for Has-Been Hotel release date, it automatically goes to the 28th of October, 2019, which is...
when the actual, like, pilot came out, yeah.
Yeah. It was announced that the series premiere will be on January 19,
Oh, that'd be
2024.
oh, then yes, so yeah, we can do a watch party next Sunday. Oh, you all want to do a watch party on the new Has Been Hotel, which I'm mad at because it doesn't have the original actors, because
So
I
in
like the original
4
actors.
days, in 4 days, the episode comes out.
Thereabouts, yeah.
And it's exclusive to Amazon Prime.
Which I have, I think.
I mean, I'm mad that they ditched so many of the voice actors. I'm also kind of annoyed at Vibsy in general
Yeah.
for focusing so much on like star characters instead of like just making the goddamn show.
Yeah.
Because like that lost episode that took ages to come out and everyone was confused because it took ages to come out that had B in it. Only took so long to come out because she went and got the actual Kesha to voice Beelzebub.
Which is like, why did you do that?
And it's like, yeah, it's all good and fun and like nice and everything to have Kesha do a voice acting role or whatever, but like, we assume that this is going to be a repeating character,
No.
and
Like we assume that, but probably won't be because you probably can't afford it.
we don't know.
God, I hope not.
But like, there's a bunch of other like high tier.
Yes, we can do the watch party in VR chat, Bluestone. You want to do that?
Is that a fellow Australian accent? Nah, mate.
I got an Australian accent. That's Scottish. Fuck me. God damn it. I tried to do my Australian and my brain was like, no, you're doing Scottish. Fuck you and your entire extended family.
Bluestone does not want to use VR chat.
Well, what if you don't get a choice?
Bluestone is vehemently trying to avoid installing VR chat, and I keep saying, do it!
Do it. Do it. Go on, do it. We all know you want to. Go on, do it. I don't even know what accent that is at this point. I don't care.
Nah, mate, Lily, there ain't none of them fucking drongos down here in this stream.
God, please shut the fuck up. Yes, we have an American and an Australian doing live streams together. How we met? You don't want to know. And honestly, it doesn't matter how we met. All that matters is that we live stream together. Well, I live stream and he joins in, and he live streams way more often than I do because I work a full-time job and he doesn't. What even do you do?
You know grocery stores?
No, what's that?
You know when you go into a shop and there's things on shelves?
He does that.
I put the things on the shelves.
He lives
But
in...
I might not be doing that anymore.
Oh, did you get fired? Or did you find a new
Pretty
job?
soon. Yeah, I'm got a new job lined up that
Okay, good.
possibly I'm probably going to. I'm probably shooing for it, but if I get it, I'll be A, guaranteed hours. B, holy fuck, the pay will be much better, even though it's worse, but it's better because I have guaranteed hours.
Yeah.
And C, I won't be stocking shelves anymore. Instead, I'll be working with the chemicals that I usually stock on the shelves.
Oh, what are you doing? You didn't tell me about this.
My equipment is going to be a broom and a mop. I'm going to be cleaning buses.
Cleaning buses? What kind of buses? Public or school ones?
Public.
Okay, that's not bad.
Our public buses
Alright.
are actually pretty, like...
You have served your purpose.
They're kept in pretty good nick, so, like, I don't think it'll be that
Yeah. Oh,
much
that's why.
of a difficult...
That's why I was asking if you're going to be doing school ones, because the school ones would be awful.
We don't actually have a lot of school buses. Like, for, like, the special needs schools, there are school buses.
Well, that
and
makes
there's
sense.
the occasional special case scenario for, like, schools that are further away that have their own school charter buses. But, for the most part, most of the schools in the region literally have an agreement with the transport authority to have a public bus that routes past the school.
Oh, that works. That honestly saves a lot of money, I bet.
Like, my school literally had, like, there was a bus that, it was a normal bus that ran normally,
Wow.
but once in the morning and once in the afternoon, it would have a special charter that literally just, instead of turning left, it turned right, went around the school, and then went back to its normal route.
I mean, hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah, that was the entire, like, thing, was that it just routed around the school, and that was it.
What's your pay gonna be like?
Um, um, it depends. Apparently, they haven't quite figured that shit out yet.
That is fair. It is the beginning of the year, so all the pay stuff gets different.
Well, yeah, but it's also because of the way the function and the nature of the job, depending on the amount of work we're doing, depends on whether we legally get classified as a casual worker or a part-time employee.
Oh, yeah, that does matter.
And casual and part-time get paid differently.
Which one gets paid more? Part-time?
Part-time, yeah.
Yeah. Versus casual, where it's like closer to volunteer work at that point.
Actually, no. Casual gets paid more because
Really?
casual doesn't get. Casual has no benefits.
I mean, that's fair.
Casual has a higher hourly rate, but basically has no benefits. Whereas part-time employee is literally you are an employee on the roll, so you are required by law to have all company-provided benefits.
Gotcha.
Which, considering the difference between the two, is a $4 difference. Like,
I'll take the fuck the benefits.
it's a $4 an hour difference, but it's like.
What benefits do you get?
It's basic things like you get basic health insurance while you're on the job. You get like injury compensation, etc., etc. Like the kind of
Gotcha.
legal shit,
Yeah.
basic shit.
But like you're cleaning a bus, so that doesn't really need all that much. Like what are you gonna, like the worst you're gonna do is ingest the chemicals, which like just call poison control and you're fine.
Yeah, or if I like slip over and like break my arm or something, they pay for it.
Which at that
Like-
point, like that's just your fault. You just need to be a better person.
Like I can if I slip over on the job and I break my arm because I slammed it against a bus seat, I can claim under the company insurance instead of my own personal insurance, and they just go, yeah, fucking whatever. People get hurt on the job sometimes.
To be
And-
fair, that bus seat hurts like all fuck if you hit it the wrong way. I've hurt myself
yeah.
pretty badly on bus seats.
for fucking sure. So like, it's basically just general cover. It's nothing that I need really. It just keeps me safe in the job.
Yeah.
Whereas casual, I'd have to take care of it myself, which my own
Yes, I did,
insurance that
Lily.
I currently don't have
I did in fact say skill issue.
takes care of. She literally said skill issue.
Just I use the fancy words for skill issue.
But yeah, the funny thing is that currently, at my current job, I am not getting enough hours, but I'm getting just shy of $31 an hour.
That's really good for US money.
I'm
Australian money, that's
yes.
Australian money is different. How much is that in Australian?
it's still pretty decent.
It's pretty
like, it's-
decent, yeah. But like that's
It's a pretty decent paycheck given the work. It is pretty decent.
yeah.
It's nothing compared to what I was earning at the nightclub back in the day, but there is nothing that earns you more than fucking nightclub work.
Yeah.
Um,
God, you really should find a way to get back into that, honestly.
I've tried. But yeah, like, I'm getting just shy, like, literally, I get, like, $30.90 an hour, plus there's, because of the hours, there's a, part-time rate after 5 p.m. that's like an extra $6 or whatever. So, like,
Oh, so kind of get like
Because
overtime.
Yeah, because I mostly work nights. I'm like 2 nights a week, or 2 of the shifts per week is like night work. So like for those hours, I'm getting like $36 an hour basically. Which is again, it's not life changing, but it's good. But I am required as part of benefits to be working 15 hours a week.
That's not
I'm
bad.
not even getting 12.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, exactly.
How the fuck? How are they legally getting away with that?
The job just doesn't have the hours. The shop doesn't have the hours to give everyone the hours they need. Like,
Okay, that's fair. They had
there's literally
there's more people working there than they have actually like ability to have hired.
well, yeah, basically. Or rather, that there's just not enough like stuff to do.
Actually, it's just that time of year, honestly. After Christmas, like
well, yeah.
there's just like no time for anything. Like my job, as I manufacture wires, we have like one order a week, maybe. It's been really rough.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing to do.
I mean, thankfully, this order we have right now is really nice, but like previously, it's been really rough.
Yeah. Like the maximum shift length is 4.5 hours.
Oh god, that's nothing compared to what I work.
And there's only 3 shifts a week.
And
So,
you wonder
like,
why I'm only able to stream once a week.
like maximum possible time is what, like 13.5 hours, whereas I need 15 as my minimum benchmark. So like there's just not enough possible work time for me to get my 15 hours at my current job.
Yeah.
But the new job, while it is a drop down to like $24 an hour if I'm determined to be part-time or whatever, is guaranteed hours.
I'll take guaranteed hours, yeah.
But on top of the guaranteed hours, and here's the real kicker, and it's why I'm excited about it, the job requirement is 2 staff members, cleaning 4 buses in 4 hours. We don't have to clean the outside, we just have to clean the inside.
That's a piece of cake.
Yeah, scrub the floors, clean the graffiti, all equipment is provided, all PPE is provided.
Yeah, scrape
like,
off the fucking, like, gum and shit.
Just clean the inside of the bus, make sure that it doesn't smell like a hobo or whatever, and move on. 4 buses, 4 hours, 2 people.
Better than our buses.
Seems pretty chill. Here's the big one that sold it for me, though, and well and truly sold it. You get good at the job, complete 4 buses in 3 hours, shift manager signs you off, you get paid for 4 hours.
Even if you don't take 4 hours, you get paid for 4 hours?
Yep.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, because you do 4 hours of work in a short amount of time, it wouldn't make sense to not pay you for it. It's called talent.
Exactly. Most other jobs will do... Hell, my current job does the exact opposite. Like, I've gotten really good at stocking them shelves, unpacking those boxes, getting shit, like, clean and tidy. I am one of the fastest workers that my job currently has, and because of that, I do the work of basically 2 people in a single shift, and I'm only getting paid for the single shift. I'm not getting paid extra.
Which is so annoying.
Like, I'm just doing more work for the same pay. So, like... Yeah, so, like, the A, guaranteed hours, and B, guaranteed hours pay is an absolute godsend. And, like, dropping from, like, 31 or even $36 an hour down to 24 is nothing if you consider that I'm getting an extra, like... On average, I'm getting an extra, like, 6 hours a week. And, like, I may not even be working. I might, like, have another 3 of those hours off and still get paid for the full, like, 16.
See, I would love that, because currently I work 10-hour shifts, and I work 4 10-hour shifts, Monday through Thursday. and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday I have off. It's a pretty good gig, yeah, but I only get paid $15 an hour. But you know, it's still I get quite a bit of money from that. Only downside is that like I get I get two 15-minute breaks typically per day. I'm legally supposed to be taking two 15 minutes and a 30-minute lunch. I typically take a 15-minute break around like like around maybe 9. I may be able to take a 15-minute break. Then like I have a guaranteed one typically like around 3 o'clock I take, and then I like around 12 I take a 15-minute break for lunch. The plus side is that I get paid for all of it, versus if I took a 30-minute break, it's non-paid.
Yeah.
And the main reason why that's a thing is because with the manufacturing wires, it costs extra money to get the machine started up again, and so it just makes more sense to not start.
Yeah, keep it rolling.
Yeah, just keep it running once you get it running, especially because some of these orders, they really are a pain in the ass and do not want to get running. Like, I sometimes run 24 gauge wire, which is as thin as, like, your hair. Like, if you, like, take a single strand of your hair, that's as thin as the wire is, and it's going through an oven, it's 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. Zen, what's that in Celsius?
Hot.
Yes. There you go. Thank you, Zen. Hotter than Australia. Like, instant 3rd degree burn, you no longer have a hand hot. So, like, it's like, once you gotta be really careful with that shit, and, like, any single minor...
it's like 600 degrees, Jesus.
Yes, it's
okay.
It's hot shit. So it's like, you gotta be careful with that shit, but once it's started, you can't really stop it, and so you just keep going, and you kind of, like, take minor breaks, and sometimes we have other people on shift who can watch the machine, who, like, run the rubber mill, because we mill our own rubber to change the color and shit of it.
Yeah.
But, like, that's still, it's no longer than 15 minutes, usually. I am very tired at the end of the day, and usually pretty sweaty, and it gets very hot in the shop.
That's what I felt when I was working the nightclub. The difference between that and the nightclub is that the nightclub has several benefits. I mean, if you ignore the dangers aside, because sometimes people get drunk, sometimes people get violent. In fact, often people get drunk, sometimes people get violent.
Yeah, very, very highly likely they get drunk and start or trying to feel up the dancers.
The drunk is an expectation, the violent not so much. But back when I was working that, remember I was 19, 20 at the time.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic job. Why was it a fantastic job? $27 an hour, base rate.
That is very nice.
After 11 p.m., you get an extra, like, $4.50, which is security pay because you're working at night.
I love it. Honestly, my main problem with, like, the main reason why I stopped working the job I was working at, other than the fact that it was as stressful as the job I'm working right now, which is not good for my mental health, was that, I was working night shifts, and all of my friends are awake during when I would have my night shift, and so I would have no time to spend with any of my friends, because anytime I would be available with them, they're not available to be with me.
Yeah.
And that sucked, so I was like, fuck that shit, no,
But, like, yeah, base rate 27 an hour, extra few pennies on top for security pay after 11 p.m. After midnight, it's time and a half. After 6 a.m., it's double time. All holidays, Christmas, Halloween, New Year's, all of those.
All that fun stuff.
Automatic double time. So you're working past 6 a.m. on Christmas Day?
Inconceivable.
You're getting double time.
That's nice.
I mean, after 6 a.m. you lose the hazard pay because it's officially considered morning at that point. But, like, it's, as I said, it's like an extra $4 or $6 or something. It's negligible at best. But double time on $27 an hour.
That's like what? Something like $50 an hour?
No, double time is literally double pay. That's 27 times 4.
That's a lot. That's $90-something. Do
you even math?
No, I don't.
It's $108.
I manufacture wires, Zen. I don't math.
Yeah, it's $108 an hour. I did 1 year. Like, I did I worked there for 2 years, basically. I worked 2 Christmases. Actually, I bailed before the second Christmas, because fuck 'em. But the Christmas that I did work, we worked until 6:30 a.m.
Jesus Christ, you must have made bank from that.
That 1.5 hours was worth more than the rest of my week.
Yep. Yeah, the one plus side is that, like, also with my full-time job is that, the downside is, okay, yeah, you wake up at 5 in the morning, you have to be in bed by 9:30 or by, like, 10:30, or else you're not going to be awake enough for the job and you'll end up getting injured. That sucks. However, I get home at about 4:30. That's pretty nice, because 4:30 is pretty early, and you don't feel like you spent all day at work.
My major thing at the nightclub was hilarious, though, because people would always turn around and say, "When are you going to get a real job?
Of course they do.
When are you going to stop playing around and get a real job?" And I'd ask, "What's a real job?" And they would go, "Working 9 to 5." I'm like, "I work 9 or 8:30 till 5." And they're like, "But you're working at 9." I'm like, "It's still 8:30 till 5. I'm working longer than you dumb bitch."
Yep.
The major difference was that I was working 2 nights a week, but the thing is that I had friends that were working at Woolworths, a casual grocery store. They were working 5 shifts a week. I was earning more than them on my 2 nights than they were in 5 shifts.
Yep.
Like, if you're able to do night shift work, fucking do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it.
No, what the fuck? That was behind me game. Come on.
Especially if you're like me and the sun is a absolutely terrifying monster. Because me and the sun have disagreements.
Issues.
Um,
Yes. The sun is like his ex-wife. Because it snaps at him and it snaps at you and gives you headaches.
I like to refer as more as I'm like the opposite of Superman. Like, Superman derives his superpowers from our sun, uh, whereas for me, the sun is my kryptonite. Like, I get weakened by the sun.
And there you go. That's how you skip We Have Hostiles. You have one guy who's right here, comes around the corner here. Oh, he actually was being an idiot. Perfect. And that is how you skip the entirety of the chapter. We Have Hostiles in Fallout New Vegas and Black Mesa. You create a stack of 2 boxes and 2 barrels, jump over a fence, and press a button.
Nice.
I learned that real fast. I have a message on Discord. You message me on Discord.
I'm quite looking forward to my next job because, like, I mean, even if I don't like get good at it and start fucking clocking off after 3 hours or whatever, like, which I'm 97% sure given my track record of doing shit quickly, I'm probably gonna be walking out there in 2.5 hours, let's be honest. But, like, even if I don't and I'm working 16 hours a week cleaning buses, I'm still gonna be earning more on average than what I'm currently earning just because of the guaranteed hours. Plus, I don't have to have the fucking government on my ass going, "Why haven't you worked 15 hours? Go apply for more jobs."
Which is... ugh.
And it's fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm working...
God, I hate this.
Like, I'm working anywhere between 8 and 12 hours a week, currently. It's not enough, but that's what I'm working.
God, just get on my levels then. Just work 40 hours every week. Slave away.
Yeah, I am literally incapable of doing that. Medically incapable of doing that.
I know.
But, like, I'm working between 8 and 12 hours. I work as best as I can, as often as I can, but, you know, 8 to 12 hours is what I'm getting currently. So I'm missing, you know, on a good week, I'm missing 3 hours a week. What does the government want me to do? Because I'm missing those 3 hours a week?
Get a whole nother
They
job.
want me to apply for 8 jobs a week.
Which is ridiculous. Wait,
Now, I've found...
why are they doing this again?
In the past, 6 months, I've found, 6 jobs total that I can even reasonably do, and I find it morally bankrupt to... I mean, I find most jobs morally bankrupt regardless, but I find it, morally reprehensible to apply for a job that you know you can't work.
Because someone else who needs that job, who can work it, now cannot apply for it for a long period of time.
Exactly. I apply for that job, they for some reason decide to pick my stupid ass for the job. I turn around and said, look, I actually only applied for this job to fucking meet the quota or whatever, which, if that comes back to Centrelink, I get in trouble for it, because then I'm, falsely applying for jobs, so, that puts me in legal trouble, so great. Government legal trouble, nonetheless. So, I've got to make sure that, when a job turns around and says, hey, we'll give you the job, I've got to say no without actually saying no. Which hurts
everyone.
Yeah, it hurts absolutely everyone, and the poor schmuck that they would have picked instead of me now isn't on the list and doesn't know, because nobody fucking gives anybody a response these days.
Yep.
Like the time that when I was 14? Yes, when I was 14, my sister worked at KFC.
Oh, God.
Good old KFC.
God.
My sister worked there, KFC. We knew the manager. We were, we weren't friends, but we knew the manager. We went to school together, so we were pretty chummy. I applied for a job there. My sister quit her job there because she had just had enough, but I applied for a job there thinking, hey, if my sister can do it, I can certainly do it, because she's a bit shit.
Alright, shut a jackass to your sister.
It's well deserved.
That is fair.
And so, I was like, hey, if she can do it, I can do it. Job at KFC doesn't sound so bad. I even heard that they get free fucking chicken pops with whatever's left at the end of the day or some shit. They give you some of the smaller bits. Most of it they have to throw out, but they give you some of the smaller bits. So I was like, hey, fuck it.
Free food.
I like KFC. Free food. A job. I'll apply for the job. So I applied for the job. I was 14. When I was 25, I received an email.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Why did I receive an email? The email was saying that I was not suitable to work on the team at the time. That particular KFC store had closed down and sent out a mass email to any open applications that were still pending.
Jesus Christ.
But that is probably one of only 5 emails I've received telling me that I haven't gotten a job. I've probably applied to hundreds of jobs.
Yeah, I've had that similar kind of thing. I applied for about 30 jobs when I was actually doing job searching, because I was when I was looking for a new job after I quit Taco Bell. That's a fun story that I actually do I have time for? Yes, I have time for. I'll explain that in a minute. None of them answered back to me. They didn't even see it. Because so I have my aunt. Well, I'm not sure if she's actually my aunt. She's a family friend who we call aunt. Go with that. She works in the department down in Florida that pretty much handles the systems that sort out resumes, the automatic systems that sort out resumes. And so she knows all the keywords that you need to put into the resumes to be able to actually have them be seen by people, because there are some that if they have don't have a certain criteria that they're just filtered out, never seen. She looked at my resume, didn't have a single one of those keywords. Not a single one. Not even
Yep.
close. I was like, well, shit. So I throw her my email, or so she's like, okay, here, let me see your resume. I'll throw them on, and I'll help you in the future. I was like, okay, thank you. So, goodbye. So yeah, that's fun. But the reason why I quit Taco Bell is, okay. So my first job was at a Taco Bell on this road called Great Mills. I don't care, that's not doxing myself, it's far enough away from my house. Great Mills is the ghetto of Southern Maryland. It is the place where all of the drug addicts are, where all the homeless people hang out, all of that. It is the dangerous shit. There is a Burger King down there that is no longer a Burger King that you can go to because they closed down because their assistant manager got stabbed. And the person and the owner of the franchise was just like, fuck this, no, I'm not risking that. So I missed that Burger King. It was a good Burger King. Anyway, so I was working at this Taco Bell for around about, I think it was 7 months. It was till January this year. I started working there, I think it was like August of last year. Or, no, August 2 years ago, January last year. Time is weird. I forgot the new year happened. So
2024, don't you know?
God damn it. So I was working there, and
It's the future.
I was a really hardworking employee, and I was a cashier. If you don't know what a
That's
cashier,
your
if you don't know what a cashier is, what the fuck are you
Person
doing
that
with your
runs the
life?
money box.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? The person who runs the money box, and also I was in charge of doing cleaning, and stocking, like cleaning the lobby and stocking.
Yeah, cashier, the one that does all the work.
Yeah, and yeah, compared to the cooks, which don't. Well, actually, I stand correct. The cooks actually did do quite a bit of work because there was a lot of cleaning of like the ovens and shit that they had to do.
Yeah, no, it's the janitors that don't do the work.
That had
Because
to
the cashiers do all the cleaning.
We don't even have janitors. So I was working there for a while, and there was this manager, and I don't care. I'm going to tell him exactly. I'm going to use his name because he'll never be watching Twitch. His name was Michael. Now Michael is
Michael
this.
Stevens?
No, I don't know
Hi,
his last
Bezos.
names, and thank
Michael
God. He is this 46-year-old black gentleman who was on the opinion that he was heavily racist against white people, because he's on the opinion that all white people were lazy motherfuckers who don't care about anything, which was lovely because I'm not that.
What do you mean? All white people are lazy motherfuckers that don't care about anything.
Of course. So what am I?
When did you switch games? Around about the 6th crash in an hour.
Yeah, we switched to a game that I knew would run. But anyway, but Michael, because I actually did my work and cared, and Michael did not have any work ethic whatsoever and didn't do his job half the time, hated me. He hated me
Naturally.
so much. And so, at every opportunity he could, even at any slight flaw, like, oh, I missed a single speck of dust on the floor while sweeping, you're in trouble. He tried to write me up so many times. The only reason why I didn't get those write-ups didn't go anywhere were because I got hired by the manager, like the general manager of the store. And when I showed up and to get hired, I was wearing a suit because that's what you do when you go to job interviews. You dress nicely, you dress to impress.
Which is dumb. But yeah.
I got hired as soon as I walked in the door because of that. Like, she saw me, was like, oh, he showed up early and on time, and actually was dressed to correctly. Okay.
Shut up early and on time.
Yeah, early.
What?
Yeah. Early and on time, they're the same fucking thing. As long as you're not late, you're fine. So I got hired on the spot there, and so I didn't get fired.
If you're on time, you're late?
But we had the regional manager. Regional manager is the person who is in charge of a bunch of different franchise stores, and general managers are in charge of the individual stores. The regional manager was this guy named what was it? Shit, it started with a J. I always
also,
forget.
pause real quick. Ducky, don't worry about the gameplay. It's basically just Subway Surfers to our Just Chatting stream.
Yes, this is a Just Chatting stream with something in the background. It doesn't matter. As long as our voices matter more than the game. Most of the time. Unless we were playing Hat in Time. Hat in Time was mostly about the game.
Oh yeah, no, that was game.
Yes, but so Michael, this fucking asshole. Oh well, I'm dead. Do that every time. Fuck. Michael was a dick, and I hated him. But I'm gonna call him Jim because I need to put a name to the face. Was the regional manager, and for some reason Taco Bell put out this new thing about it was not just Taco Bell, it was Yum Brands, which is the people who run Taco Bell, KFC, and Pizza Hut, all under the same company, which is Yum Brands. They put out a new policy where each restaurant should have no less than 4 managers. Managers are full-time employees that are required to get 60 hours a week. That's just how managers work in the United States. I don't know how it is out in other countries, but that's how it is here.
That doesn't add up.
It's 60 hours a week. You can get 60 hours a week.
Well, yeah, but 4 managers each requiring 60 hours a week?
Oh, yeah. You're starting to see the problem. So, or at least that's what we were told. I don't know if that was actually true. That's just what... Oh, it's Doug! Doug is the motherfucker! That's what his name was. It was Doug.
It was Doug.
His name is Doug. He's a bitch-ass motherfucker. So, Doug was said, okay, you need to hire 2 new managers. Because we had 4 at the moment.
I don't even have Left 4 Dead 2 installed.
Yeah, me neither, because I played it once and I sucked at it. It was miserable and I hated every second of it, so I just stopped playing it.
I used to play on the hardest difficulty by myself and win.
Yeah, once again.
And then I modded the shit out of it and started dying like crazy.
But anyway, okay. So,
Doug.
So he hired 2 new managers. Now, we had a grand total of 10 employees at that restaurant, 3 of which were managers. And the rest of us were workers. And they needed to hire 2 more. The reason why we had so few people were because we were having labor issues because we were one of the slowest Taco Bells in Southern Maryland, because that's where I live. Fuck you, I don't give a shit. You can't dox me from that. The area is actually rather big. And so we very rarely got any business because right next to us was a McDonald's, a Pizza Hut, a Subway, and a full-ass grocery store, a Wendy's, and a bunch of other restaurants. So there's no way in hell we were actually going to be getting a lot of business, and we never really did. All nights were mostly rather slow. But...
I mean, it is Taco Bell.
Yeah, it is Taco Bell. It's mediocre food at best. Fight me on that if you dare. I know what goes into that food. Don't eat it. But... So, this was also... They wanted to do this around January. December and January. The slowest months of the year. So... They fucking put on... they fucking do this, and... I sat too long, shit.
20
the door's actually...
Left 4 Dead, Jesus Christ.
Okay, so... They do that, and I typically, my hours when I was working at Taco Bell was 5 or 6 p.m. until 11 p.m. I didn't work the closing shift very often because... If I did that, I was having trouble staying awake, and also because of the area, my parents couldn't drive me because I didn't have a driver's license at the time.
Yeah, and you'd naturally get stabbed.
Yeah, and so honestly, yes, that almost happened. I got a few more stories to talk about, but that's for later. But they started sending me home 2 hours into my shift, so I wasn't even making enough money to cover the gas. Now. The first time that happened, I was like, okay, whatever. The second time that happened, I was a little ticked off. The 7th time in a row it happened, I quit. And at that point, it's like, okay, you cannot sustain me as an employee. I'm working my ass off, getting bullied by a manager who I hate. And fuck it, I'm done. And so I quit on the spot because the reason I was still doing job searching, but no one got back to me for previous reasons of my resume did not have any keywords that they were looking for. And so I said, fuck it, I'm quitting now. Fuck getting I don't need to get a new job right away. So I did that. And 3 months later, or 2 months later, I get hired by a company called Mission Barbecue. And I worked there until August of last year, and then I found a new job via family friend shit. And I went through 3 jobs last year. I have 3 W-2s to fill out this year. Tax season's gonna be pain. I'm dreading February. But yeah, that was a bunch of fun shit. Yeah, I guess I have to keep track of. I have Atlantic, Southpaw, and then I have whatever company's paying me now through. I think it's Row. Anyway, yeah. So this Taco Bell sucked. I hated it. I was mistreated constantly. It was pain and suffering the entire time. And I would never suggest eating there. However, their chicken quesadillas are really good. So, you know.
I would know Taco Bell doesn't exist in my country.
Good. You're lucky. KFC's also equally bad.
KFC's alright.
No, I mean bad for you. Hey, look.
The funny thing is that in like 2017, I think it was, Australia's KFC was actually rated as one of the most healthy fast food choices in the country.
That's sad.
The only thing that kept it from actually surprisingly being the healthiest was the fact that when they fry the chicken, there's like a layer of oil that gets caught between the breading and the chicken itself, and that layer of oil causes the fucking health rating to go through the fucking floor. But most other fast food places get a worse rating because of, like, just various absolute garbage that they do.
Like what?
Like, Subway, for instance. Subway, you think, oh, it's the sandwich company, it's the place that does the fresh sandwiches, and they're great and they're super healthy.
They're not.
They fucking half-cook the bacon at 7 a.m. and then just leave it sitting there in the tray until someone orders it.
Jesus Christ.
The whole day.
I mean, yeah, I've heard that about, like, fun fact about Taco Bell, for anyone who actually has Taco Bells in their country, never get the onions. Those onions are sitting there from the morning. And, like, I've brought this up to my managers, like, hey, you know that's, like, really bad because, like, onions absorb germs and shit, and it's like, it's fine. It's like, no, it's not! Like,
yeah,
even every shift you should be putting more onions in, but it's like, it's a waste of onions. Then don't put out so many onions!
It takes, like, 12 seconds to cook some onions, like...
Well, no, you don't cook them, they're raw onions. They're all raw onions. Cooked onions actually don't absorb much, it's raw onions that are the dangerous part.
If they're raw onions, then it takes like 7 seconds to chop an onion. You don't need to fucking...
We don't chop onions, though. We get them in little plastic bags that are given to us by the company.
Oh, fucking the company. Sounds
the
like Lethal
company.
Company for sure.
The company. But yes, everything from Taco Bell arrives there in a bag, and none of it is fresh. It is all frozen. All of the meat, you put it in a thermalizer, which is pretty much a fancy word for this is a machine that boils water and steams all the meat. All the meat is steamed.
Rice cooker.
Yeah, basically, it's like a rice cooker.
It's a rice cooker. Like, don't need to overcomplicate it.
Well,
it's a rice cooker.
It's bigger than a rice cooker, but in the basic concept, it is a rice cooker.
I'm sorry, it's an industrial rice cooker.
It's not... Yeah.
It's a fucking boiler box. It's a rice cooker.
I didn't think about that until you said it, but yeah, basically. Fuck you too, Zen.
Like, the funny thing about, like, industrial anythings is that, especially when it comes to food prep, is that everything comes down into 3 categories. You've got a furnace, a microwave, or a rice cooker. That's it.
Well, no, you're missing one. There's also smokers, which are glorified fireplaces.
That's just the tray that's sitting on top of the furnace.
Oh, shit, no, yeah, there's a furnace. Yeah, good point. Fuck you.
Those are the 3 machines that exist. That's it.
Yeah, I guess, honestly, like, ovens are just electric furnaces. Oh, I'm dead.
Like, that's your 3 options. That's it. That's all you got. There's nothing else. You get fancy versions, you get more expensive versions, but it's still the same 3 things. Sorry. There is one other. There is another. You got your fryer.
Oh, yes.
That's an oil-based thing. There's 4. There you go. There's 4. But now you've got air fryers, which is just a glorified fucking furnace with oil sprayed in the air.
Yeah. I forgot that all exploded.
Cooking is stupid.
Yeah, baking at least, like, is complicated.
Yeah. Hey guys, have a turret.
Wait, how far back
nah.
are you in the stream? That was a while ago.
My stream's been buffering like crazy for the past like fucking half an hour.
Yeah, that
I
was
have
like
not
that was
cared.
like 2 minutes ago, and I died, so I'm back to the turret screen. It's shooting at me from around the
like
corner.
I think a good 40 minutes ago the little pop up in the corner said buffering. Find out why. So like,
I love it.
we've been chatting. I haven't given a shit about what's going on.
Yeah,
in
the game doesn't matter all that much. We all know it. Goodbye.
The amount of shit that fucking goes down on some jobs, like, you think it's all cruisy, and like 95% of the time, it's like the same shit, different day. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
It goes on, but then you get that one day, and that one day becomes a story that you will tell for the rest of your life.
Oh, hey, speaking of one day stories that I will tell for the rest of my life, want to hear the time that my first time I did a closing shift, I got scared to death by a homeless person?
Go on.
Okay, so, at this Taco Bell, there is a drive-through camera. So, like, you have the drive-through speaker, and there's a little camera on top of it, so we can see your face on the drive-through window. Yes, I have actually seen a girl who had her tits out on the drive-through camera. That was a very weird day. Anyway, that part's not, that was actually, nothing really interesting happened from that. But,
Except for the tits.
yeah, there was tits. They were small.
Tits are always interesting.
They were small as fuck. They were barely even tits. They were, I've seen guys with bigger tits than this girl
Oh,
had.
okay. Mosquito bites. There we go.
Yeah, they were glorified mosquito bites. Anyway, so I was working the night shift, and it was like 1 in the morning because we closed at 2 in the morning at Taco Bell. Yeah, it's suffering.
Nice.
But it was like, you know, it's 1 in the morning. Really
Meanwhile,
late.
me saying them are rookie hours going until 6 a.m.
Yeah, well, look, it was my first job, and I was like 17.
It was my first job when I was 19.
Fuck you. Anyway, so, I was we have little headsets on, you know, as you do, and
Yeah.
with the headsets, whenever like someone pulls up with their car, there's a low pressure plate that also is tied to a counter. So by the way, yeah, we're on a clock the entire time. If it ever sounds like someone at drive-thru is trying to rush you, it's because they'll get fired if their time's too high.
They are rushing you.
Yeah, they're rushing
Yes.
you, and it's because they'll get fired. They're so pissed when you don't know what you want when you drive up. But no, I heard no dings, so you know I wasn't looking. I typically was like leaning against like the window, you know, just kind of relaxing a bit because like what else are you doing? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. You're practically dead. So I was just kind of sitting around, talking with my coworkers because I had like one person who there was me, a manager was one of the managers I liked. It was Anastasia, wonderful girl, loved her. And there was
That was the sleep drug.
what?
Sorry, that's anesthesia.
Yeah, Anastasia was her name. But we were just talking, and none of us were really paying attention. But I got, you know that feeling of when you feel like someone's watching you, and so you start to look around because you get a little worried because like, why do you feel like someone's watching you when you don't see someone?
I always
watching
feel
you?
like someone's watching me. I
More-
stream a lot.
yeah, that's fair. Well, I wasn't streaming at the time. So, I turn around, and peering through the drive-thru camera was this very old gentleman. It's a black and white camera, so I can't see much. Or it was black and white at night because it has, like, night vision mode.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh! I, like, full-on screamed because it scared the shit out of me. My coworker, I think it was Davion was there at the day. I think that's who I was with. Davion screamed, scared the shit out of him too. And oh, I killed 10 enemies with trip mines apparently. Anyway,
Nice.
so apparently, no, not apparently. That's not the word I'm looking. So like, we will scream like out of fear because like, holy shit, what the fuck? Why is there someone looking at the camera? They walk away, like they are full on just regularly walking away. There's that Taco Bell, by the way, because it's Taco Bell. There is not a single dead zone in terms of there was one dead zone. And it was like literally the length of one person and the entire surrounding building. And we go to the cameras because we can see the cameras in the office. And, like, literally, like, seconds later, after we saw him, and he's nowhere on the cameras, and we don't know where he went, and we still to this day don't. But he was there. We know he was there.
It was the ghost of the original Taco Bell.
The World War II veteran who made Taco Bell. So, yeah, that was fun. Let's just say I'm glad that we locked the doors to the lobby at 10 p.m. and the door to the windows locked because, oh boy, did not want to go outside to empty the trash that night.
Going back to the ridiculousness of like handing out resumes and applying for jobs and never getting responses, I found something out when I was 22. I found this out through a friend who literally worked as much like the person you were talking about, literally worked for a company as the person that checks the resumes. They didn't have an automated system. They literally had a person that checks the resumes.
Oh, bless their soul. I sure hope they didn't have a lot of resumes to go through.
They had two options for resumes. One was physical.
And
Go in, hand it in, piece of paper. There you go. There's your resume. That would go to this person who reads through the resumes and goes, yes, yes, no, no, blah, blah, blah. Or more accurately, no, 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 no. Maybe. But that's what would happen. Did the guy have to submit a resume to get the job?
Yes! And so, probably.
Assumedly, I assume so at some point. Unless someone died and blessed it upon him.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I didn't have to submit a resume to get my current job. I got recommended by a family friend.
Yeah.
Who was also my supervisor, who I now hate.
So, but yeah, this guy takes care of the resumes. He gets a lot of physical resumes. 95% of them go in the trash. Of the 5% that do get through, they get scanned and uploaded to the computer. The rest of the resumes, the large bulk of the resumes, come from online applications, digital applications, emails, and LinkedIn.
Yeah.
They all go into a central database of resumes. And separate to the file, the actual document that is the resume itself, they keep track of the name, the phone number, and the email. Going on what you said about the whole, like, the keywords thing, if you don't have any keywords, you're immediately put into the no pile. If you do have some of the keywords, but you're determined to be a no, you immediately get put into the no pile. If you disagree with any of their fucking terrible, terrible work practices, you're immediately put into the no pile. And here's where the kicker was, and this is what this guy told me, because he's the guy that runs the system. Anyone that gets put into the no pile, their resume file is deleted, but their name, number, and email file, their data file, name, number, and email, so anything that you're using to basically apply for a job, is saved into the system and put under a blacklist.
Huh.
Any jobs of that company and possibly any affiliate companies with that use that blacklist to immediately remove your application before it gets in through the door.
Is that even legal?
No. And everyone, like, all of the fucking job search, like, helpers and all of those people will tell you that this doesn't exist. Because legally, it doesn't exist. But they're doing it. If you apply for a company and you don't have a good enough resume to get the job, you will be blacklisted from the entire company for, like, a minimum of a year.
Christ.
If you're lucky, they'll do a yearly purge, and you can apply again with a better written resume or whatever. But most of them just leave them in the trash. So, and because, like, there's plenty of companies that are affiliates with other companies, like, you know, you go to a fucking grocery store or whatever, any product that is on any of those shelves, those are affiliate companies.
Yep.
So you apply for a grocery store and you fuck up and apply for the wrong grocery store with a bad resume, you can now no longer apply for a job anywhere.
Oh, fuck me.
And, like, the people that are trying to help people get jobs say that there's hundreds of companies saying we need workers, nobody wants to work, we need workers, and yet they're doing this, they're blacklisting everyone from being able to even apply in the first place, and the applications have, you know the whole meme of, like, you have to be 18 years old with 20 years experience?
Yeah.
They do that because it means that you don't meet the requirements of the application, and if you don't meet the requirements of the application,
You immediately get
they
put in
can
the no.
deny you. They can, well, it's not a matter of immediately being put in the no, because if a good enough resume under their godly graces of what they deem to be good enough, if someone good enough for the job under their perspective comes along, they will say yes. But they can legally deny anybody that they want to say no to, even if they do well and truly fit the standard of what the job actually requires, because they want someone that they can take better advantage of.
God, that's fucked up. I thought American practices were awful.
You get to invite one person out for the day. If they touch your butt, you get 10 million.
Zen's inviting me, and I'm inviting Zen.
Bruh! I have a whole list of people that would definitely touch my butt.
That is true, but you know for sure I would.
Also, anyone that I bring out, I just turn around and say, hey, I'll give you $1 million if you touch my butt.
Yeah.
I walk away with $9 million. Like,
I fucked that up. Oh, right, I have to throw a grenade first. Forgot about
like,
that.
I'm not greedy, but, like, fucking I'll lowball them with 1 mil. If 1 million is a lowball, like...
Yeah. Honestly, it's better for them anyway because they don't have to get taxed on $10 million.
Exactly. I'll give it to them cash. I'll take the 9 million plus tax.
Which is like 3 million at best.
Hey, you need, like, if you're working with, like, $1,000 a week, you need, like, $5 million to live, like, the rest of your life.
Huh.
$1,000 a week is a pretty reasonable amount of money to be running on.
I'm running on $1,000 per 2 weeks. That's how much I get paid.
I mean, that's not terrible.
No, but it's still not sustainable enough to actually get a house or pay for food in
Yeah,
America
no.
right now.
It's not enough to buy anything substantial, but it's enough to survive on.
Barely.
But yeah, like as I was saying, like literally all of these things, and here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. For certain jobs, certain jobs are required disclosure for certain disabilities, such as autism. You are required to disclose it during the application process. Now, there's plenty of jobs that don't require it, and it's fine, you can get away with not doing it, but there are plenty of jobs that require you to disclose it, and if you don't, well, you get in trouble, and it's a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah.
But the hilarious thing is that the requirement to disclose the fact that you may be autistic or have whatever other disability is supposed to be a helpful thing.
It's supposed to be a protection.
Because, yeah, it's supposed to be a protection thing, because what that company then does is turn around and say, we've hired this worker, they happen to have this condition, so they get paid money from the government to support you in your role. So, essentially, a company should want to hire you so that you, like, they literally only have to pay you as half a worker, basically, because they're getting paid by the government to support you. But how it gets used instead is they, as a result, can use you disclosing your disability as a legal way to bias against you to not hire you for the job.
Yep. And it's stupid.
They can legally, like, discriminate against you.
God, this world's fucked.
Like,
Yep, Lily, you're right.
It's so insanely ridiculous. So there's so many people that aren't getting the support they need in their roles because they don't tell the company that they have XYZ issue, when it would only help everyone if the company knew, but they would have never have gotten hired in the first place if the company knew.
It's stupid.
It's the dumbest shit. It's a totally busted system. And it's only getting worse.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you're blacklisted for every job. How dare you have a disability? But they expect you to fucking apply for 7 jobs a week to get 3 hours.
God, yeah.
It's insane. And because of my particular disabilities, like, I have chronic migraines. Those chronic migraines are severely triggered by the sun. So I literally cannot, even if I'm just taking a nap, I literally cannot spend more than 3 hours a day out in direct sunlight. I have $300 sunglasses specifically for the purpose of allowing me to go to the shop. I can't get to the local grocery store and back without spending the next 24 to 48 hours in bed with a migraine if I don't have my sunglasses.
Yeah, I hate to get political, but I love how so many people in America are just like, oh yeah, the liberals will save us all, and then just like look at all the liberals in the other countries, just like, yeah, sure, I'm sure they will. Like, I don't like Republicans that much either. I don't like either of them. They all suck. But like, one significantly sucks more than the other, and it ain't exactly the Dem or the Republicans.
I found out recently that we have a different prime minister than I thought we had, so
Oh?
that's how out of the loop I am. I didn't even realize we had a new boss.
Didn't have a new guy in charge.
Like, I thought ScoMo was still in charge.
Well, I mean, for the most part, it only affects your day-to-day life constantly.
I mean, not really. I know so little about Australian politics. I know more about American politics, but that's because the radio literally spends like 30 seconds on Australian politics and then spends 5 minutes on American politics.
And then repeats that for 3 hours.
Yeah, and even with sport, like, here in Australia, we are insane about sports. Sports is everywhere. We got tennis, we got fucking cricket, we got the whole works of it all. And yet, they will spend 2 minutes talking about Australian sports and then spend the next 10 minutes talking about Americans, and it's like...
Well, it's because we're, like, entertainment TV. It's like, that's how you get clicks and fucking people to watch shit.
Can I get something in-house? Can I learn something? Like, for instance, I don't vote. And there's plenty of people out there in the world that say if you don't vote, you shouldn't have an opinion about it. But here's the thing. I don't vote because I have an opinion about it. And my opinion is that I know so little about the politics of my own country that my vote is more dangerous by voting than not.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who the fuck I'm voting for.
That is fair.
And I think anyone else... They say you get fined, but I'm about to turn 28 and they started sending me emails saying you'll get fined if you're not registered to vote at 18. I haven't been fined once.
Yeah, it's an empty threat. They'll never find you.
Same as, I've got a fantastic story about, you know, I was 19, my first job, nightclub, getting paid a pretty damn decent amount. Ever occasionally, when I worked 3 nights a week instead of 2, I would tick over to the first tax bracket, because everything under like 15k a year or whatever, no taxes, so you don't have to worry about it. But you tick over that tax bracket, suddenly you have to do your taxes. Fuck!
Yeah, technically I don't have to do my taxes, but the problem is that, like, if I don't do my taxes, I don't get a tax return, and so all the money that I gave the IRS, they're not going to give me.
Yeah, but, like, this story is fantastic, and I've told it many times. The story is fantastic, and it's a beautiful moment of my life. I get a call one day. I look at my phone. Don't recognize the number, but it's a government number. So I'm like, what trouble have I gotten myself into?
This time.
Pick up the phone. Answer. It's from the ATO, the Australian Tax Office. They turned around and said, you haven't filed your taxes. I'm like, what taxes do I have to file? They went, well, we've run the numbers. You've got money that could be returned to you. And I'm like, alright, give it to me straight. And this bloke on the phone, fantastic gentleman. I'm 19. It's the first time I've ever had to even think about taxes before. So I'm like, I don't know how to do it. Can you run me through it? And he goes, well, first you go online, you go to this place, and you get this form, and you fill out the form, and you fill out this, and you do this, and you do that. It shouldn't take more than 2 hours. And I go, okay. And what if I don't? And he goes, well, if you don't fill out your tax file and everything like that, we can't return the money that you owe as a return. I'm like, okay, that doesn't seem so bad. I don't think it's that much anyway. And he goes, well, no, like, judging by the numbers, and he probably shouldn't have said this, but he said, judging by the numbers I have here, we owe you about, like, $56 or something like that. It was minuscule. I don't care. And I go, okay, is there anything else happens that I don't, if I don't? And he goes, well, what happens if you don't is we send you a fine for not doing it. I'm like, okay.
So you send me a fine for not letting you give me my money.
Yeah, and I'm like, I actually literally said that. I'm like, so you send me a fine for me not telling you to give me my money? And he goes, yes. Yeah, when you word it like that, it's a bit odd, but yes, that's how it works. And I go, okay, pretty simple. How much is the fine? And he goes, well, the fine is about $20. And I go, okay. How does the fine work? And he goes, well, put simply, the fine comes out of the money that we owe you first, and then you don't receive the remaining funds.
I'm sorry, what? Your guys' fine system is so much better than ours. Ours is they just fucking slap a fine on you no matter what.
So I turn around to him and go, so what you're telling me is you owe me $56, and if I don't tell you to give me that $56, you're going to charge me $20 and then keep the remaining $36. And he goes, yes. I'm like, keep the fucking money, mate. I'm not going to do 2 hours of work to get $56.
I love it when people are actually, like, just go straight with you and aren't going to fucking fill you with bullshit.
Like, why would I do 2 hours of work to get $56 when I get paid more than $27 an hour? I'm already getting paid that much!
So, hey, want to also know a fun fact about American taxes? You want to know why it's so complicated and why everyone hates them? Because companies like TurboTax and all the other, like, we'll file your taxes for you companies, they spent decades lobbying the government into making it where they don't have the IRS do your taxes for you because they have the numbers for you. They run them for you. There is no reason why they would need to file them.
Yeah.
We would need to file our taxes when it's all handled automatically anyways. But
Yeah,
the
it's
reason why
literally all automatically done in a computer system, so why the fuck do we need to file anything? Like, if you need a return, like you bought things for work, then yes, file your taxes to get your return on those investments. But if you don't have anything to get return on, you shouldn't have to file anything.
Yep, but the reason why it's so complicated and so stupid and and the IRS has so much power right now and the IRS is more dangerous than the Secret Service. Like, the Secret Service, the people who, like, protect the president and make sure that, like, our commander-in-chief doesn't fucking bite the bullet by a terrorist attack, has less power than the people who watch over our taxes.
Yeah.
And it's all because of fucking, like, TurboTax and other companies lobbying to make sure that that the IRS has...
Oh, there's so much lobbying everywhere. Like, it's
Oh god,
insane.
it's awful. And it's
The issue is
stupid.
that they legally make it so voting isn't necessary. It means companies can do what the US does. While voting booths open during the times where the working class who'd vote for someone the companies don't like are working and don't get the time to vote. That's another major thing, is that half the time the people don't get to vote anyway because they're busy working and unable to vote.
Well, fun fact, I'm not sure, this is a rather recent thing from what I've heard. Voting days are now federal holidays that everyone by federal law is required to required to have off and be a paid day off. No matter, like, or you just have it off if you're a full-time employee, you have it off. If you're not, then, or like, you have it off and are paid. If you're not, then you just have it off.
Voting is mandatory. Companies are required law to give them time to vote. Yeah, well, exactly. See, you got an email, and it was on screen.
Yes, that is okay. I don't get any important emails from there.
See, the funny thing is that, here in Australia, voting days basically don't exist. Like, they'll be like, hey, there's a vote. And if you're even paying attention, because they won't tell you, they'll be just like, they're whispering in the corner at 3 a.m. saying, hey guys, there's a vote.
Just by the way,
but, like,
in case you didn't know.
95% of the population doesn't even fucking know. You have to actually look for it, which is why I don't know anything about politics, because why the fuck would I go looking for that severe depression?
Yeah, that's fair.
But voting days basically don't exist here. And why? Because if you're registered to vote, before the vote even happens, you get sent an email. That email comes with a link. That link sends you to a website, a government website, where you can vote at any time immediately from your home computer.
And why do you have voting days?
Because some people don't have computers.
That's what you have public libraries for. Like, that's half the purpose of a public library, is they have computers that you can access for free.
I mean, we have them too, but, like, there's also people that don't have emails or don't... Like, there's some people that don't even have phones. I know, like, several people that don't and have never had a phone.
Why?
Either they, A, can't afford one, B, just don't feel the need for one, or C, like, everything that they need is within walking distance and they personally know the people there anyway. So, like...
And, like, they don't give it, and their families, they are close enough where you don't have to, like, call them.
Or they just don't have family.
Which is also equally likely.
Like, they just don't need to worry about that shit.
Yeah, I physically vote with my parents because we don't have electronic voting, and that's because it's highly insecure and it is... it's bad. There's a lot of voting fraud that can happen.
The thing is that in America, it actually matters, because the whole political system in America is absolutely bonkers.
It's fucked. Yeah, you can just say it, it's fucked.
It's fucked. And, like, it actually matters to the point where, like, fucking people doing terrorist activity with the voting or whatever would actually make a difference in the world when America gets flipped on its head. But the Australian government, like, you can fucking exchange the new Prime Minister every fucking 2.5 minutes and it won't change the fucking face on a coin. Like,
It reminds me of that fucking family, or not family, it was the Simpsons episode where there's like, Bart makes a collect call to Australia for 5 hours, and the whole thing is like, this is bloody outrageous, and it's like, I'm gonna go talk to my local governor, and it's just like the local governor is like his neighbor, and it's like, alright, let's go to talk to Prime Minister's down the road.
pretty much. Like,
It's just like, it's my neighbor, it's my neighbor Joe.
Like, before we had ScoMo, which fucking, oh boy, he was a shit cunt.
Wow, who could have prevented that from happening? Oh right, you, by voting.
We had a prime minister a while ago. Like, literally, fucking, he got voted in, and it was kind of the Australian equivalent of the whole fucking Hillary versus Trump election, except no one actually gave a fuck.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. No one gave a fuck, and it wasn't important. Like. Yeah. But it was basically the Australian equivalent. And fucking this guy got voted in, and like immediately, like fucking, it was like 2 weeks, he got kicked out in favour of the other person, and then she got kicked out like a month later. It doesn't fucking matter. Nobody's in charge. The whole world, the whole fucking country is chaos. Nothing fucking matters.
Versus us, where you get like.
Who the fuck gives a damn?
Versus us, where the government shuts down and everyone has a fucking panic attack, and federal workers don't get to go to work.
Last 10 years of LMP government has been a shit show. I keep up to date with it all. It's, again, the reasons why I haven't fucking kept up to date with it all.
You know, maybe you shouldn't admit this live on a stream that's going to be uploaded to YouTube. I mean, just saying.
Who the fuck is gonna be listening?
This is like all government.
Prime Minister. I couldn't pay someone to listen to me ramble on about the Australian government.
Your Prime Minister's a fan of me on YouTube.
The Prime Minister himself would be listening to this and go, yeah, this fucking cunt's right.
Oh, well, hey, Lily, we can have you on stream one of these days, maybe. If you're awake around this time, we can definitely have you pop on.
I mean, fucking, oh, who was it? Oh, I forgot his name. Oh, he was a fucking shit cunt too. They're all a bunch of shit cunts.
Wow, it's like politicians are all shit cunts. Who would have guessed?
We had a guy that was in charge for a period of time, and, like, he was on an interview, a live interview, on the news, and he was just eating a fucking onion.
What the fuck? Was it raw, or like have at least caramelized it?
He was just taking a bite out of an onion!
Like an apple?
On live TV!
Like an apple?
Yeah!
Please, for the love of God, find that video.
The news lady's like trying to fucking ask him questions, and he's just like, yeah.
Bye, Mr. Vortigaunt.
Yeah, fucking Tony Abbott!
Please, okay, hold on. We're pausing the game. Send me the video. Send it to me on Discord. Come on, Zen, hurry up.
Hang on, here's like the fucking right at the beginning is where he's just taking a bite out of the onion.
Alright, 1 second, let me get this. God, this is beautiful. Alright, let's play this.
Very good. Certainly brought a tear to my eye, but that was a tear of joy. What a wonderful endorsement for the Australian onion industry.
Is it common though I mean, we all eat onions, we all love onions, cooked and peeled. Is it common to eat a raw onion?
No, it's not common, unfortunately. I wish it was, and certainly not with the skin on. Personally, I would peel it first, but mad props to the PM, and I congratulate him on eating the onion.
You say this has provided a boon for the onion industry. Have you really got calls of interest from people? It's only been, what, less than a week since the Prime
And this
Minister
one, this one's
took that
fucking fantastic.
tasty bite.
Giving you the timestamp
Yeah,
and
our
everything.
phones
It's
have
fucking
been
beautiful.
ringing off the hook. A lot of it's obviously the media interested in our take on
Like,
the whole issue,
his
but we've
response.
also had a lot of people ringing up saying, can you actually do that? And
Yes.
I said, look, sure you can, but possibly I would go with the Queensland onion because they're a lot more mild, and I would take the skin off first.
It personally would take the skin off first.
Very good. Wow. There you go. You with that one. That wasn't a dare, Prime Minister.
He just did it.
You know, George, that's an onion.
Yeah, fucking, you're not saying anything, Tony. I've given you the response you deserve. Like, the fuck?
Yes, it is.
The fuck is that? This guy was in charge of a country.
Yes, he was.
He's fucking eating onions live on TV and fucking just not responding to fucking questions. Like,
As you do.
just nodding along like an absolute dickhead.
Oh, God.
And it was around his time. Tony Abbott was around the time that we had this fantastic comic, because like in the newspaper there's occasionally those political satire
Yeah, they
comics.
get the little political cartoons and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, the like one frame political cartoon.
Yeah.
And there was a political cartoon that had fucking Tony Abbott and someone else, and like the guy was like remarking to Tony, saying, "Fucking, oh mate, like the fucking if it takes a king to run a kingdom, then fucking who do you think runs a country? This guy."
This is just him eating an onion on loop.
Like literally the newspaper calling Tony Abbott out for being a cunt.
I love it. Oh, that's great.
Like,
It's okay,
this
Lily. Stream's
country-
we're ending stream in about 15 minutes.
this country is fucking shambles. None of it fucking matters. So why the fuck should I vote?
That is fair. See, what you gotta do is I'm gonna kidnap you to the US and then you get to care about it. Because if you don't care about it, you're going to end up with your gas prices being higher than Australia's and your economy being so destroyed that Australia's economy looks nice. It's great. It's real
I
great.
mean, that's one of the things that I find hilarious about fucking Americans saying like getting outraged at fuel prices being $4 a gallon or whatever the fuck. We've got $2 a liter. There's 3.5 liters to the gallon.
Okay, well, you want to know the reason why they're outraged by it? It's because the solution to the problem exists. We had a pipeline that was being made, which was designed to actually be able to pump our fuel from that. We have fucking decades worth of fuel reserves up in Alaska that is not being used because we didn't have a pipeline for it. Well, the Trump administration was making a pipeline to actually distribute it because at the moment, you know, electric cars are not actually worth the money for them. They're not developed enough, and so especially not for the economy we have and how big our country is. And so
NASA's working on those new supercell batteries, though.
yeah, I'm excited for that. But at the moment, we only have the infrastructure for it, and so we don't have any. Everyone's just like, well, yeah, great. I love all these green ideas you have. I would love to save the planet. However, I still need to get to work tomorrow, and I can't do that because I don't have the money to afford the gas to do that, and I'm not paid enough because you fucked up the economy to be able to actually like afford to buy an electric car because they're expensive.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh yeah, you gotta buy electric cars, gotta do this, gotta do that. It's like, cool. How? Give me three reasons on how I'm able to do that when I can't even afford rent this month, and I'm eating a fucking bunch of Ritz crackers and raw ramen noodle packets for dinner, lunch, and breakfast. And it's stupid.
Yeah, no, it's totally. It's like I heard on the radio recently, and it was a fantastic clip, and I wish I could fucking find the soundbite of it because it was like chef's kiss amazing of a clip because they literally said fucking on the radio while I was working. I was at the shop, I was working, and they said on the radio that there was an uptick in retail sales during the holiday period.
Oh, my headphones fell off. I did not hear what you said.
They said that there was a 17% uptick in retail sales during the holiday period. And that the experts, in quotations,
Oh God.
think the experts have determined that this is due to people being willing to spend more money or being distracted by being focused on buying Christmas presents, that they are willing to spend more money than they usually would at any other period of the year.
No, it's because all the groceries were on sale.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's totally fine. Like, yes, people are spending money that they wouldn't normally spend on gifts for Christmas. That is an absolutely true fact. They're not incorrect in assuming that that is some of the sales.
However,
all of the groceries being on sale because it's Christmas certainly fucking helps, because suddenly it's affordable to eat that month.
and so also you're buying a lot more food so you can eat more in the future months.
Yeah, so suddenly, instead of spending, $50 on fucking...
A single slice of ham.
Like, yeah, instead of spending $50 on, like, 6 meals or whatever, you're spending $200 on the next month.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you're gonna spend more money in bulk because shit is cheaper and affordable.
Mm-hmm.
So of course there's gonna be an uptick in retail sales, you dumb fucks!
Fucking morons, yeah. Oh God, no, let me out.
It's just, like, how can you be labeled as an expert
and
when you're that clueless about how the world works?
Because they're paid enough where it doesn't matter to them. They don't care. They're not paid so little that they have to that they are living check to check, and that's still not enough.
Like,
it's
hilarious.
It's insane.
It's hilarious. I mean, fucking, like, before the last year, there was a huge increase in interest rates and tax rates and everything. And as a result, a lot of grocery expenditures went through the fucking roof.
Yeah, trust me, I know. I'm experiencing it.
I used to basically regularly, like once, maybe even twice a week, buy the same packet of chips. It was 180 grams, and it cost me $3. Now, the same packet costs $4. That's a 33% increase in cost.
Mm-hmm.
I used to also, I go out and buy lunch plenty of times. I used to buy my mum salads that she liked to get. These salads cost $8. Now, they cost $14.
Christ.
They've nearly doubled in price for a salad.
Fucking
Suddenly,
bullshit.
my packet of chips for $4 doesn't seem so bad.
And everyone's health is getting worse because all the heavily processed food is the only thing that people can afford.
Also, people keep harping on, there's these government things that keep saying, oh, you can feed a family for less than $10. It's fucking bullshit. You can feed a family for less than $10 per meal by buying in bulk and food planning and everything else like that. But the average cost of a single meal, last year before the increase in prices, was $21. Now it's closer to $26 or $28 per meal.
Yep.
And the thing is that you can do that. You can buy in bulk, you can food prep with your family. If you've got a family of 4, you're in a fantastic situation to eat cheap.
However, if you live by yourself or with only 2 people, buying in bulk means you don't have the money for the freezer space to actually be able to do that. Hi, Angel. It's going good. We're just complaining about the economy in the world.
Oh, we're going ham on complaints.
Thank you for joining in 8 minutes before stream ends.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have less than 4 people, especially you have to have a family of 4, like at least half of them are big eaters, like kids. Like children eat a lot because they're growing and they need more food. You need those big eaters in order to actually make the reasonable amount of money for those meals, because like otherwise it's ludicrous.
The only other way you can make it work is if you live alone and you only bulk buy your meat and you know how to make pretty much you cook a bunch of meat and like you pre-cook it and then you make it with a base kind of spice set and then you use it in a bunch of different things. And you have to get a giant chest freezer for that shit so you can actually store it correctly.
Yeah, you basically need to have like $2,000 worth of setup because you need the freezers and shit like that.
And that shit
you
is
need
so
to
expensive.
basically eat the same thing every day for a month.
And if you're autistic or ADHD, you can't
do
that.
that.
You can't do that most of the time because you will lose your mind. Like, okay, so I used to be in marching band when I was a kid, or when I was a kid, when I was in high school, and my mom did that for me, where she would make she would do the bulk meal thing, and she made me with pulled pork. It was like a verde thing. It was like with green verde sauce. Was one of them, and the other one was an Indian chicken. It was like an Indian style chicken. I forgot what it is exactly, but just thinking about it, I have aphantasia. I have the inability. I cannot imagine things with my mind. The flavor is so ingrained in my memory that I just have to think about it and I remember how it tastes. Exactly. Every detail, all the texture, all the flavor, everything, because of how ingrained it is in my head of how fucking it's stuck in my head it is.
I can say the same thing about the school sandwiches that my dad used to make. They were the same thing every single day. They were ham, lettuce, and mayonnaise. And not a small amount of mayonnaise. So much mayonnaise that by the time I got to it at lunch, the sandwich was soggy.
See, the only time that I've ever been able to make that work, also, hell yeah, we got the questionable ethics in one stream. The only time I've ever been able to make that work is at work currently, how I'm working with. Every day, I buy tortillas on Sunday. Like every other Sunday, I buy a pack of 8 packs of tortillas because I work 4 days a week, and I buy some semblance of meat from bologna, chicken, turkey, and ham. I buy some mix of that, whatever it is, and then I make myself a sandwich because by the time noon comes around on my 10-hour shift, I've been working for 6 hours at this point, and I'm so fucking exhausted that I just need food. But if I was doing anything else, like literally anything else, that would not work.
See, the thing is that if you've ever actually made, and it's simple ingredients, you know, you've got 2 pieces of bread, sliced ham, lettuce, and a little bit of mayonnaise. You make that fresh, it's actually a rather nice sandwich. Like, it's quick, it's easy, it's a good go-to, you can put it in a wrap instead of in bread. It's a fantastic
plus side for me.
It's a fantastic
I have a little ice box that we have a machine that makes ice at work, and also we have little like coolers that we put our food in. So there is that.
Well, yeah, you've got that. But it's a fantastic and simple option, and it's actually pretty good if you eat it fresh. I had to leave for school. To get on the bus, I had to walk 15 minutes to get to the bus, then to be on the bus by 7 a.m. Lunch was at 12:30.
And
so that sandwich, and as I said, a little bit of mayonnaise goes down fantastic on a fresh sandwich. My dad would put so much mayonnaise on it that the bread was literally sopping wet by the time I got to it, the 5 hours later.
Yeah.
It was the most disgusting thing ever, and he
slimy.
gave that to me. He gave that to me every single day, and when I requested that he maybe use a little bit less mayonnaise, he chucked a fit and said, "Fuck you, you can make your own lunch then."
Oh, I see why you hate your dad now. That's it. That's the only reason. He's just he's just a dick.
All I wanted was less mayonnaise on the sandwich!
Which would be cheaper! Because you'd use less mayonnaise then.
Like, that's all I wanted! All I wanted was less! But I also found out after I left school that, because of me being autistic, there's a government grant that is provided to parents with disability kids.
Yeah.
My parents, specifically my dad, because he was the one that basically ran everything, were getting, like, it was somewhere akin to, like, $1,100 a month to take care of me, given my disability. Now, I am fairly autonomous. I'm not severely, like, I'm not low-functioning autistic like many kids out there are.
Yeah.
So, my parents and myself are rather fortunate in the fact that I can talk to you today. I can scratch my own butt. I can do things. Whereas a lot of parents out there are very unfortunate to not be that lucky. So, my parents were, well, my dad was basically getting paid $1,100 a month
To do nothing.
for nothing. I never saw 1 cent of that money. I couldn't get school supplies when I needed them. I couldn't get money to buy lunch from school.
Would have been better than those fucking sandwiches.
Like, literally $5 a day wouldn't even put a dent in that amount of money every month, and I would be so much better off.
So,
but, like,
what was he using
when I was
it
going...
on? Did you ever find out?
No fucking clue. All I know is that he threw a fit when I turned 18, and Mum turned around and said, well, no, this money is for him, so he's gonna get it. Which is why I didn't have a job until I was, like, mid to late 19. But... And I still only ended up spending it on food for the household regardless. But...
Alright,
fucking...
then you might want to wrap up the story.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, when I went to school, I barely slept. I barely slept at all when I was going to school. And in the mornings, I would feel sick. So, I didn't have breakfast. And then I wouldn't have lunch because Dad stopped making me lunches and I didn't get any money. So I didn't get to eat in the day until I came home.
Lovely.
So it's no wonder I wasn't doing very well in school.
Also because school sucks.
Yeah, but, like,
it's
as
not
a...
sustainable.
As a fucking, like, a early teen, not only eating once a day, and only getting about 2 hours of sleep a night, it was literally not functional for a human to live that way. Especially a growing child.
Yep.
I was having a bad time.
So, moral of the story is, life sucks and it isn't fair. The political systems that we live in are awful, and,
Food prices are far too high.
yeah! Thank you all for tuning in to this wonderful stream.
This absolute rant stream.
If you want to hear more of this rant, we will be back Sunday, and I may do a stream Thursday. We might be doing some Deep Rock Galactic Thursday. Maybe not, depending on how awful this week
Or
is.
lethal, depending on how things work out.
Or lethal, depending on how things work out. Or, hell, more of this than us ranting. Because Black Mesa is really good for us to just sit back and rant
I
about.
actually had a lot of fun today. I want to do more of this. Hell, I want to save this.
I mean, hey, it's gonna be uploaded on YouTube if you want to listen to us rant again. TBR Wolf on YouTube. Linked on Twitch.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. I can't even see things right now because I had to close.
Am I subscribed to you on YouTube?
No, you're
I'm
not, you jackass.
Subscribe. There
God,
we go.
you're such a dick. I'm subscribed to you on
subscribed.
YouTube even though you don't post anything there.
I do post. They're just all private.
God damn it. Alright, Yeah, let's try raiding someone. Is there anyone worth raiding? Oh, hey, we got Jolly. Alright, we're gonna raid Jolly.
This fucking nerd TBR Wolf is apparently playing Black Mesa.
Yeah, apparently. Alright. Thank you all for tuning in. It was nice having you guys around, and I will see you all, if not Thursday, I will see you next Sunday. We're probably
Next
gonna do
week.
more. We're probably gonna do more of this. All right. See you
Hell
guys.
yeah. Gotta bring more topics to rant about.